They are the insiders, Pierre, LeBrun, and Darren Dreger. Plenty to get to today, gentlemen. Pierre, let's start in California, where Corey Perry's days in Anaheim may be coming to an end. What is the way in which that might happen?
Well, first of all, the Ducks are on the same page as Corey Perry and his camp as to how this might unfold. They have a lot of respect for this guy. Former Hart Trophy winner, has done so much for that franchise. But he's 34. He's got a big contract. This is a team that is rebuilding and going young, so they probably will part ways. First, they're talking trades to a number of teams. They would obviously have to eat some of that contract. 2 more years on his deal at $8.625 million per. Now, if they can't find a trade partner, certainly a buyout would be the other option here for Corey Perry, which would make him an unrestricted free agent. So still lots to play out, but it does appear that Corey Perry's days might be numbered with the Anaheim Ducks.
And Dion Phaneuf?
Yeah, the other team across town in LA, Dion Phaneuf, also 2 more years on his deal, also 34 years old. And the Kings are talking to teams about him. If they can't find a trading partner, he's another possibility for a buyout, as the Kings, like the Ducks, going younger.
So the Edmonton Oilers and the Vancouver Canucks, Darren, both have contracts that ideally they perhaps would like to get out from underneath in Eriksson and Milan Lucic. Could there be a fit between the two teams?
There could be a fit, and I mean, if you look at Edmonton's perspective, the interest might come from their newly hired coach, Dave Tippett, who had Loui Eriksson in Dallas for 3 years, so there's a familiarity there. But the Vancouver Canucks do see value in Milan Lucic in that, you know, they've got a younger team. They've got some smallish players. If you look at Besser, Pettersson, now you've got Quinn Hughes on the back end. So Milan Lucic adds a little bit of bite. But for the Vancouver Canucks to truly consider that type of swap, I think that there'd have to be a sweetener coming from the Edmonton Oilers to take on the extra year.
Interest out there in Matt Duchene if he gets to market. What are you hearing about potential teams that might be nibbling around the edges right now?
Well, it starts with the Columbus Blue Jackets. I mean, Pat Brisson, the agent for Matt Duchene, continues to have conversations with Jarmo Kekalainen. So there is the possibility that he stays with Columbus. But among the suitors, the Arizona Coyotes. They've got a new injection of ownership there, so perhaps there's more capital for John Chayka to work with, and I'm told that Matt Duchene is Arizona's primary focus.
Well, and Matt Duchene will be looking at that freshly signed contract in Buffalo from Jeff Skinner as a bit of a market bearer. And speaking of the Buffalo Sabres, they hope not to be done. They are eyeing both a second-line center and a top-6 winger on the market, either via trade or through free agency. One name I can throw in, Jason Zucker, who has almost been traded twice by Minnesota over the last 6 months. He's a guy that Buffalo has kicked tires on.
Plenty of potential for change to the video review system after the playoff that we are all witnessing. Pierre, could the wheels already be in motion in some ways?
They are indeed. In fact, Commissioner Gary Bettman, Bill Daly, Stephen Walcom, and Colin Campbell already met during the Stanley Cup final to sort of hash out a tentative plan of what it could look like and something they can bring to the table Tuesday in Toronto when the competition committee meets with the NHLPA, and also, of course, bringing it to the GMs June 20th at the draft in Vancouver. The point is, the league isn't showing up and saying, all right, let's start from scratch. They've got an idea in hand to expand video review, and one of the ideas I hear is, you know, should the ref be on the headset? Yeah. And who is he talking to in the situation room? Should it be a former official, or is it the guys in hockey ops?
The league wants to make sure that the officials on the ice have the opportunity to look at scenarios again, maybe a couple of times. Perhaps there could be additional coaches' challenges, and no doubt about it, the situation room in Toronto is going to be heavily involved. Some of the scenarios that they're looking at might include non-judgment calls like the glove pass or a high stick or puck off the mesh, but no question about it, added video review is on its way.
Insider trading from the Stanley Cup Final in St. Louis.